Let us learn how to solve one-step inequalities that deal with integers. We're going to examine steps and then we're going to apply the steps in solving some examples. The rules are the same, the steps are the same. We're going to first isolate variables as we do with equations. So we have variable on one side. With inequalities, I prefer to have the variables on the left-hand side if possible, and constant on the right hand side. Once you have that, simplify and solve. And if it happens that the easiest way to isolate the variables is to leave the variables on the right hand side and the constant on the left hand side, then we can actually switch them around. But when we switch them around, we have to also switch the inequality sign that we're given, or that we're using in the expression, or in the inequality rather. That's not an expression, it's more of an inequality. So what I'm trying to say here is, if for example you have x greater than 5, this is what we prefer to have in our solution. But if it ends up being something like 5 greater than x, what we're saying here is we're going to push the x to the left hand side, the 5 to the right hand side, and then switch the inequality. That's what we're trying to do. So let's try some examples. So we have 3x greater than 18. We're going to divide by 3 both sides, so x is greater than 6. That's simple enough. Second one, we have 4x greater than 18 plus 3x. We're going to isolate the variables because we have variables on both sides of the inequality. I'm going to subtract 3x here and subtract 3x here. So I have 1x is greater than 18. So we can write this as x greater than 18. Now we have 5 minus 4x less than equal to minus 3x. So it's safer here to isolate the inequality on the right hand side. So what we're going to do here is we have to add 4x to both sides. So we have 5 less than equal to 1x. I like to write it this way, 5 less than equal to x. So now we're going to isolate, we're going to actually switch the positions. So we have x on this side, we have 5 on this side, and because we start off with less than equal to, we have to change it to greater than equal to. And then finally, you have 24 is less than 6x. We divide both sides by 6. We have 4 less than x. Now we're going to switch position of variable and constant, x, 4, so less than, so we're going to change it to greater than.